Happy Monday.
Someone explained to me how I'm 144.8.
Yeah, I was trying to get the video out by today, but YouTube was having some encoding issues, so I ended up working a little bit later and then sleeping a little bit in, so I only did like 15 minutes of incline. KBBQ is really hitting a little bit too much right now, but yeah, see you guys after work. Okay, I blacked out after work and feel like I got punched everywhere, so I think I'm just gonna stay in and sleep today. I was gonna try to be funny and stubborn and, like go to the gym, be like, but like, that's not reality, bro. I feel like literal garbage. I guess maybe like we'll wake up early and then hit the gym. For dinner, we're gonna have 3 cookies. For dinner, I'm having 2 chicken thighs with the miso marinade that we made on Saturday. I could throw up the ingredients over there. I don't think it's gonna be too much in terms of calories. Yeah, because like yesterday we had 3,300, so I'm trying to balance it out. And then in here we have, it's like a tofu skin. We call it fuju or something like that. I don't know. I don't really speak that much. And then I threw some cabbage in there, and that fuju is just like tofu skin. It's like I think it's like the protein they get after boiling soy milk, and they like hang it out to dry. And then like obviously a bunch of water. And also side note, the fuju, if you ever decide to make it, you do need to rehydrate it because it's like super dry and you're gonna break your teeth. Apparently the fuju is actually like really high in calories. So like 100 grams, which is how much I had on here, is like 500 calories. So I just halved it. I'll probably eat the rest tomorrow. I don't want that many calories. I never looked up the nutrition, but geez, man. This is like 250 calories. What the? If you're on the cut, you already know the dessert's just gonna be some Greek yogurt with fruit. But I don't even have room for honey. Like I don't have the calories. What's even the point? 4 for 4 for 4 4 4 4 4. Ain't no way I'm giving up back day. I'm not giving up my weighted pull-ups. I'm not getting rid of my chest-supported row. But I don't have much time, so let's just get to it.
Starting off with pull-ups, same as last week. 10 body weight pull-ups to warm up, then slapping on a plate for 7 reps, then adding on a 25 for 5 reps, and then I swapped the 25 for a 35 for another 5 reps. And then I tried to go a little heavier, so I went 2 plates, so 90 pounds or 40.8 kilograms. At this point, my calluses were screaming. My hands literally wanted to die, so I just had to slap on these straps. The first time I'm using them, and I honestly didn't notice much difference. And then just like 4 reps here, and then honestly, dude, I was like, these straps are worthless, so I took them off, and then I just did the last 4 reps without them. And on the last set, I actually ended up just dropping the plate, and it's kind of like a burnout. I guess it drops it in a way. So I took off a plate and then did as much as I could on that, and then I took off the other plate, and then I just did body weight for basically till I got tired. I was really running out of time here, so I just did a quick chest supported row. Had to go to work in like a couple of minutes, so we just did a quick warm up with 1 plate, then went up to 2 plates, then added 25, then added on the 35. I think I did like try to get like 5 reps or something, but I was pretty fried here, so.
Had to skip the incline walk, unfortunately. If I had woken up earlier, maybe, but yeah, I gotta rest, So, yeah, did like the workout, skip cardio. It's okay. We're at a deficit, so the cardio was kind of there to just give me some more calories. But hey, it is what it is. I woke up, I'm here. That's like the best you can do, right? So, yeah, see you guys after work. Look kind of scary in this. Anyways, I am exhausted. My stomach is eating itself, and I really don't want to do chest today, so maybe we just rest and then kill it tomorrow. I hit the goal weight already. I guess we're done.
Pre-workout snack, some almond milk with coffee and a nuri. We'll probably save chest and tris for Saturday, so just doing shoulders today. They were the only muscle that wasn't sore, so just doing 3 sets of 8 upright rows. Then same thing as last week, 3 sets of 8 on the overhead press. Really trying not to drive my legs. I went a little bit lighter this time too, just because, lighter, higher rep is okay as long as your form's good. As you can tell, this is kind of a junk throwaway day, but I made it to the gym. I think that's fine. And just finished off with some dead hangs. I was watching this YouTube short of this guy. It's kind of funny. He was just like hanging there. His body wasn't moving. He wasn't shaking. And then when I tried it, like my entire body shaked. So I guess my next goal is just to be able to hold that for like at least 30 seconds without shaking. It's raining. It's stormy. I'm exhausted. I'm sore everywhere. But you know what?
We made it. You know why? Because it's a slippery slope. Like, as soon as I skip one day, I'm like, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Maybe I skip the next day, and 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 the next day. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and eat a bunch of food and then play some Pal World and then pass out. Oh, also didn't swim because, look, bro, I made it. That's all that matters. Dinner, we're gonna be making a sausage scramble. So we're just gonna need like half a sausage, whatever brand you want, some green peas. You can use edamame or soybeans if you want. Anything, any kind of green pea. 3 eggs, some egg whites to fill it, and then some Shaoxing wine. Why did I say it like that, bro? Oh, and here's the macros for the sausage. We're using about half of it, so 3.5 servings. I'm gonna try one of those really cool time lapses that like a lot of these cooking videos do. So like, oh man, this is gonna be so scuffed. 3 eggs going in. Then like maybe half a carton of egg whites. Okay, I think that's too much, whatever. Finish off with some Shaoxing wine, just a little bit. Use a bigger bowl. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. What is this? First, we're gonna throw the sausage in here over a medium heat, cold pan, just to render the fat out a little bit. It's been about 5 minutes, so just gonna check the color on here. The center of my stove is a little bit hotter, so these are gonna be like more brown. Okay, yeah, like that one. Ooh, that one's a little, okay, well, you know, I'll flip like the center ones and then maybe move the outside ones towards the center. I can't do this with one hand. It's not burn, it's caramelization. That's just the sugar from the sausage. Trust me. Although honestly, I'd recommend you cook it a little bit less than 5 minutes. I lower the heat to medium-low. These are pretty much done. So we're gonna keep, if you wanna save the calories, you could keep the oil, or actually get rid of the oil. All right, next go in the eggs with our Shaoxing wine. Gonna scrape the bottom a little bit just to get rid of any burnt parts, or like, you know, stuff that got stuck on the bottom. It's a liquid, right? So we're like, it's like a deglaze almost. I also usually use like 6 eggs, but we gotta cut a little bit. So we substituted like 3 eggs for egg whites. Same calories, more protein. Gonna switch to a spatula here because those chopsticks, they just ain't doing the job, you know what I mean? This is almost done though. Usually eggs stick to the sausage. I don't know what's going on today. I've never done it with egg whites, but just throwing in the peas here. That's it. You can add some black pepper as well if you want, but I'm feeling kind of light today. It's usually more yellow because there's more yolk, but first time I'm doing egg whites, so we'll see how it is. Also forgot to mention that you don't really want to cook the peas too long. They're already like cooked, I think, so you don't want them to be like hard. So you want them kind of like juicy and to pop. So just like throw them in for like maybe a minute at most, and then it's done. TBH, if you have the calories, just put in regular whole eggs, dude. This egg white tech is not it. All right, on the second bowl, the secret is to gaslight yourself into thinking that there's actually eggs in here. Well, there is, but like it's mostly egg white. Was craving something sweet, so just gonna have some watermelon and a bunch of water. Could we cut trees some other time, bro?
142.5.
What's new, Scooby-Doo? Alright, so I was just doing some research on YouTube. I was just scrolling down, dude. All of these shorts have like absolutely shredded. These guys are disgustingly vascular and they've got like perfect proportions. You know, realistically, this is just not really obtainable, especially if you have to work like full time and you don't have every waking hour of your life to dedicate to fitness, and it's very easy to get caught into the trap. Oh, this is like the ideal. Like, no, it's not the ideal. These guys, I don't know, there's a lot of misinformation and whatever. Just take everything with a grain of salt. Don't compare yourself to that. Dude, everyone's got their own path. I don't want to be super elite, and that's not a life that I want to live. Yeah, if that's your thing, I mean, go for it. But just know that it's gonna be way harder than these shorts and these videos make it look. Don't go like, oh, lose like 20 pounds in like a week. No, lose like a pound a week, okay, at most. Like a pound a week that's comfortable. Don't get caught into this trap. These guys hit perfect angles with insane lighting. On a good day, I'm like a 5. One time I was in this hotel, and then there's this like ring light on the mirror. My jawline was insane. My abs, my muscles were popping. So dude, lighting angles, they don't show you like the other side either. And then okay, they might be doing some other, like, you know, supplemental things, okay?
Hear me out. Shoulders recover the fastest, so they weren't sore today. Everything else was screaming. So obviously I just got to do like a little bit more shoulders. I mean, I really didn't do much. I did like 3 workouts total, but I did some shrugs, 3 by 10. I tried to go up in weight. I think I did like 2 plates and 2 10s, whatever the math is. I can't be bothered right now. Then went to work on my dead hang dream, or like the pull up, whatever hanging mid pull up, whatever thingy dream that I want to do. I got like 45 seconds, so almost on our way to a minute. And I think the shaking has stabilized a lot. So I guess the more that you do an exercise, the more comfortable you are, and the less like scuffed it is. Last week's dragon flags looked really bad, so tried it again this time. I think it looks better. I was right. So you don't go like all the way, like feet pointing towards the ceiling. It's actually more of like a 30-degree angle from your shoulders. So that's how it looks more straight. I think it looks a little bit better here. Obviously could be better, but my core is super giga weak. So I mean, it is what it is, bro.
Just had the worst workout of my life, but it is what it is, guys. I made it.
142 is what I was aiming for with this journey, so I'm just doing a quick check-in here. So this is the unflexed, obviously a little bit more definition. This is like not even trying. And then when you flex it, everything gets kind of like pushed up here. I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of want it. Do I have body dysmorphia? So I mean, like I want a little bit more definition, but I think that's just because my abs are too weak. So we gotta do, I like turbo stuttered. We gotta do like more dragon flags. Get these abs. I guess the muscle's like really tiny, so it just doesn't look very good at all. So yeah, I guess we'll keep going, but now that we've hit the goal, I can kind of be a little bit more lax. So let's just eat something, let's eat something nice for dinner, all right? I'll see you guys there. All right, here's our little light dinner. Just 2 extra large pizza supreme slices, and then I'm gonna add some Greek yogurt. So this is a good way to add like a pretty decent amount of protein for the pizza and make it like healthier, but like, I mean, dude, I'm eating pizza, but I earned this, okay? This together is probably like 700, maybe 750 calories for each slice. But if you take a paper towel, this might be blasphemy, but I think it's actually a really rich pizza. So this is actually, it's like 2 birds with 1 stone. You make it more enjoyable. Apparently, you save like 40 calories per slice. So this ends up being like 680 calories for each slice, which is not too bad. I did have one before the gym, so we're like way over today. And then we're gonna do like maybe half a serving of Greek yogurt on here. I'm like butchering this thing, but dude, look at how much oil's on here. Yeah, dude, look. Okay, that's like, dude, this is like 80, 90 calories a thing. And then I'm gonna wash it down with a bubbly, just lime. Look at the oil, bro. Cracking open a cold one. With the boys. Actually, in a lot of scenarios, the Greek yogurt can substitute for sour cream, and it's like way lower calorie, way higher protein, and it still has that same like acidic tart, like it cuts through a lot of the richness, so it's like perfect for pizza. And I think Costco used to have calzones, so my favorite thing was to throw like Greek yogurt on the calzones, but they got rid of it for the tendies, which makes me sad. Anyways, yeah, Greek yogurt with pizza going down the hatch. While eating this, I also remembered how the yogurt enhances the cheesiness. I don't even know how, but like it makes it taste cheesier. So try a little bit, okay? Next time you have pizza, maybe try a little bit of yogurt. But I also ate this in like 3 seconds, and I'm still hungry. So yeah, not a diet food. It's not something that makes you feel full. For a little bit of cope, I don't eat the crust. It's another like 100 calories each slice. So it is what it is. I just took 5 consecutive 7-minute naps. Let's go hit legs.
Considering I had pizza yesterday, it's not too bad.
No energy to put in contacts. Like they always do in squats. I actually ended up getting up to 135, which was pretty nice. Only 5 reps though, 5 sets of 5. And that's my buddy over there. He walked up and kind of shifted the camera, so this is all we're getting. Then I went over to do some leg extensions, but I couldn't really get an angle there. That's like, it's like pretty impossible. So just trust me, we did 5 sets of 12. I like going high rep for these because my knees get kind of wonky. Next up, lying leg curl, just to work the hammies. I would prefer to have an upright machine, but we don't really have that. So 5 sets of 12. I want to get into Romanian deadlifts, but I'm too scared. Maybe try it next week. You wouldn't even get it, man. If you have good calves, you don't need to do these. Whatever, man. 3 seconds at the top, high rep, still same size.
Right, so here's the dinner. 2 Costco turkey. I kind of couldn't help myself, so but 2 Costco turkey sandwiches, and then I got a new protein here, Orgain. I'll let you guys know how it is. Not a green insight, baby. Something's just not right with it. I can't prove it, you know? I think it's this Ono sweet thingy that's really throwing me off. Usually there's like a kind of a weird taste from the acesulfame potassium, I think. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, so this Ono sweet with the monk fruit, I don't know. It's like if a 5'2" Asian balding dude with glasses walked into the gym and started doing squats in front of you. You know, like, I just can't trust it, but it's not bad. I would say it's better than the chocolate nuri, but I would probably drink the vanilla nuri over this. Yeah, absolutely clean this first turkey in like a minute. Second one, I heated it up a little bit. Gonna try a little bit of faye on here. I'll see how it is. I put Greek yogurt on everything. It should help, right? I'll let you guys know. Oh, so each one of these is like 720 calories-ish. It's like tiny. So you might be wondering, how is it so high calorie? Well, the bread is like is already really high in calorie, and there's like a bunch of cheese, which is a lot of fat. And actually, the most surprising thing is the pesto can be like 200 to 300 calories. So all this added up, like the bread's probably like 200, pesto 200. The turkey might actually be like the lowest calorie thing in here. But yeah, you know, with the yogurt, it's not bad. I would say if you ever, for some reason, get 2 of them, like a psychopath like me, and you just want to eat both, put yogurt on one. It changes it. It's like, it gets rid of the same flavor. It's like, it's a little tangy. I'd recommend it. Just, if you're only getting one, maybe like cut it in half and then add some Greek yogurt to the other half. Pretty good though. I'd say it makes it better. Well, here's a damage dealt. I probably cleared this in like 5 minutes. The yogurt, actually, it's growing on me. I think the yogurt's the tech, but do try the original flavor if you've never had it. This is definitely not a diet food. It's like very heavy, and I could probably eat like 2 or 3 more of these and feel like, you know, still a little bit more hungry. But hey, it is what it is. This is the cut. Altogether, it's probably like 1,600 calories around there. I had like an almond milk, like a coffee thingy before I worked out. So altogether, it's probably around 1,600, and then we're about even for the day. It's not ideal, but you know what? When you work full time and then the commute is an hour one way, you gotta have something to look forward to. And for me, the Costco trip once a week, you take the small wins in life, all right?
It's still on track, not too bad.
All right, done with work, so time to game. Today's the launch of Path of Exile. There's like a new league every couple of months, so it's like a Diablo kind of thing. It's like my favorite game. There's not gonna be much going on today, just gonna be gaming for pretty much the whole day. Maybe I'll go to the gym.
All right, let's make this quick. So flat bench, 3 sets of 5. It doesn't look like I'm touching my chest, but I am, okay? I'll pause next time, but it's just the angle. I do go full range of motion. I'm not a cheater, okay? Tip City! Actually kind of disappointed. I did like 3 sets of 5. I think the cut's really cooking my energy.
I did a quick workout, but, you know, didn't really get many good angles, so probably not really gonna put anything in there. But we made it, and yeah, back to Poe.
In order to play 18 hours of games, we gotta fuel up. So we got basically the same thing I made last week, except instead of green beans, there's broccoli and a little bit more beef because I'm hungry. A little bit of rice and then a protein shake. That's it. All right, I'm going back to play. See you.
Well, I played Poe for like 12 hours and then passed out, but now I don't feel too good. And I stayed up super late. There's like a secret if you don't want to get out of bed. I count to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. You get up like that.
Yeah, definitely underate yesterday. Whew.
Today's recipe is a 1-pot beef and mushroom rice. There's about 2.4-ish pounds of ground beef in here. It's not the best ratio. It's a 73% lean, 27% fat. Look, that's what was on sale at Giant, and you know, saving a little bit money, it's kind of fun. Also, there's about 48 ounces of mushrooms in here. You could use whichever one you want. Look, it all cooks down, okay? It's not that much. If you're using more lean beef, I would use a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom and preheat it on medium high-ish. But this is like a super fatty beef, so, you know, don't really need it. The mushrooms, there's so many of them, so I just put them on high, and I'm just basically trying to cook the water out. Little pinch of salt, but nothing else. So much fat was coming out from the beef, I guess. I mean, 27% fat's pretty high, so I ended up throwing some of the ground beef fat that rendered out into the mushrooms. It'll help them like brown a little bit, because like we didn't put anything in there, so yeah, like let the water evaporate, let the oil kind of coat it, and just heat it up a little bit. Also ripped the camera. I didn't even know it steamed up this much. I also used 3 bunches of green onions. Feel free to use less. 1 white onion and about 8 cloves of garlic. For the rice, wash it about like 4 to 5 times till the water is clear, and then let it soak for about 30 minutes. Then drain it and put it aside for now. We'll use it a little later. So usually the ground beef's supposed to be browned when you flip it, but I mean, I just cooked it off. There's way too much for such a small pan. It's gonna boil. But yeah, and then throw in the green onions, onion, and garlic. Saute the onions and garlic for maybe like 3 to 4 minutes-ish. Still on medium-high heat here. Ground beef's looking pretty good. Mushrooms have evaporated and are starting to brown. If you don't use that many mushrooms, you don't have to use this many pans. I can't evaporate it all in one pan. It's just going to be like a whole cauldron of water. I have another set of mushrooms, so I'm going to just take the ground beef out of here with a slotted spoon, keep some of the oil in, and then get those mushrooms finished. It's not burnt. That's fun. That's flavor, all right? Throwing in the last set of mushrooms here and just cooking them off. If it's looking kind of burnt, you can scrape the bottom off with the mushrooms. But as you can see, a lot of water gets released, so don't sweat it. This is kind of how the mushrooms should look when they're done. All the water's evaporated. It's starting to brown. It's sizzling. It's looking pretty good. Why are mushrooms so good? Anyways, let's prep the sauce. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of mirin, and about half a tablespoon of beef dasida stock. You could use mushroom or chicken bouillon powder. Both are good too. And 1-to-1 water to rice, so 2 cups of water. Mix it all together and you get the best of both worlds. Ooh, I didn't record this part, but I threw all the mushrooms back in the red pot, then put in the beef, and then our drained rice. Stir the rice for like 30 minutes, let it get coated in all that beef fat and flavor and all that goodness, and then we're gonna dump our sauce in here. Really try to like almost shovel the bottom here, just scrape it down because there's gonna be fond, and that's gonna stick if we let it sit, so just get as much as you can off there. Once it starts bubbling, turn it down to low, cover it, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. Then take it off the heat, leave the lid on, and let it sit for 10 minutes.
Right, moment of truth, labor of love. Enough green onion to kill a vampire and his whole entire bloodline. Gonna eat maybe a third of it.
Alright, I got the secret tripod tech. Hopefully this is a little bit better. I'm so sick of like holding it. Anyways, yeah, 145. I think the beef rice I might have underestimated, but again, like your weight kind of varies by day. It could be like water weight, bloating, sodium, whatever. I also haven't moved in about 2 days and haven't seen light because I've been playing Path of Exile, so maybe that also contributed to it, but we'll see how the abs are looking. Here we go, unflexed, and then flexed. I think it looks basically the same, so yeah, I don't know.
I made a lot of beef rice yesterday, so enough for 2 days, so this will just be today's dinner, nice and light, and then last day to... Ooh, look at that, the thing a little fell down. Anyways, yeah, that's the meal. It's about like a third of yesterday, maybe a little bit less. I'll like guesstimate the calories, but it's okay to be under today because I'm a little bit over. Ooh, it's cracking, you hear that? That one maybe like half a carton of egg whites. You know how it is. No seasoning like a psycho. Here's the full meal. I also made a cucumber salad with garlic, cilantro, a little bit of soy sauce, and on the bottom there's pitan, which is like 1,000-year egg. A little bit of a divisive food that a lot of people think is stinky, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm gonna scarf this down, finish editing, hopefully get the video up by tomorrow, and I'm gonna play some more Po. You know, we already know.
In case you're wondering what Path of Exile is, this is what I've been playing for the whole weekend. Yeah. So you run around, you kill stuff, you collect items, you make your character stronger, and you rinse and repeat for hours and hours. Alright, that's it for this week. Hopefully you guys had fun. Hope you had a good weekend and week, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.